bubbles in, stay flush,
Remember the glory. From the Academy of Football to the champions of Europe, where our players became giants of the game and changed it forever, wearing our famous claret and blue. 60 years on, we wear the pride, we wear the passion, we wear the history, whilst making our own. Wear the greatness.
Right, you lot, today's a big day because we know West Ham United is all about putting in the hard work, grafting for the bag.
Yes, let's have it!
And you've worked hard. Early starts, late finishes. Oh, I've seen it. Tireless, selfless graft. We're not just cooking on the pitch. We're cooking off it too. And you do it all on your own, don't you? Well, not anymore. It's not just about the badge on your shirt. It's about what you wear on your sleeve and what that represents. Because this club don't exist without you. You pillars of the community. You champions of industry. You beautiful business owners. Now get out there and show me what you've got.
Our London, real London, nobody stays a stranger. The Bow Bells, our London calling. More than just a place, the Cockney cool heard far and wide. Graft and dedication, together for the ride. Born here, raised or made here, this is home. Our differences unite us, wherever we may roam. Our spirit strong, our pride runs deep. In our London, it's our dreams we keep. Through highs and lows, we rise and shine. Beyond these streets, the Bow Bells chime.
West Ham United legend Jimmy Walker has got himself in a spot of bother.
Hello, Car Insurance, how can we help?
Company motor's broken down. It's match day.
I know just the company for the job.
NWVA. The fastest, most efficient, cost-effective vehicle assistance company in the UK. Right, Jimmy, let's get into this game, eh?
Nice one, Tom.
NWVA are proud partners of West Ham United.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Rush Green for West Ham's game against Norwich City in the Premier League 2 on this Friday evening. The last game of August, and West Ham kick off with the lineup under Mark Robson. Of course, they're just coming off a really good 2-0 win against Brighton, but there is the lineup. Back in goal is, of course, Finlay Herrick. Junior Robinson as well back in the lineup following his red card earlier on this season. Ezra Mayers, Tyrone Akpata, Ryan Battram, Louis Zhao, Sean Moore, who's in some fine scoring form. Will he bag a goal today? Lewis Orford, Josh Ajala, who, like Sean Moore, is having fun knowing where the back of the net is at the moment. Of course, number 10, Kamari Swaya, and number 11, Emeka Adiele. Substitutions: Dan Rigg, goalkeeper Mason Terry, Sean Sarima, Brad Dolligan and Louis Brown. For this side, of course, two changes since their 5-1 victory against Southampton. But here are the opposition for the Irons today. In goal, after starting against the Aston Villa under-18 side in Norwich's under-18 game, is Caleb Ansen, who's been given his first call-up to the under-21 side this season. Back in the side is number 2, Harmony Okwumo, with number 3, Lucian Mahovo, and Jaden Warner, Charlie Wilson completing the back for Uriah Gigi, Daniel Ogwuru, Finlay Welch, Errol Mundell-Smith, who's going to be a player to look out for for West Ham today. Well, they've got to look out for Errol Mundle-Smith, of course, and number 10, Alex Roberts, and number 11, Elliot Miles. Substitutions for Norwich City: Alfie Doy, Tom Finch, Miles Bracking, Toby Chilvers, and Theo Adalusi. Adalusi completes a very young Norwich City bench. Majority of them just 17 years of age, and the players are making their way out onto the pitch on this dusk evening in East London. West Ham take on Norwich City in the third game week of the Premier League 2. They both started off fairly well. Of course, West Ham beat Brighton 2-0 away, and of course Norwich, the Canaries, beat West Brom 6-1. But unlike West Ham, Norwich weren't able to keep up their 100% winning streak, as they fell short to Nottingham Forest by 3-0. And of course West Ham beating Southampton 5-1. Not to mention the EFL trophy just slotted in between that. But here are the sides. We'll just go over the sides if you're joining us now, just moments before kickoff for West Ham. 2 changes made by Mark Robson. Ollie Skulls and Caelan Casey aren't actually in the squad today following their starts against Southampton. Junior Robinson is with Tyrone Akpata. Very exciting player who I'm looking forward to seeing this evening. So the last handshakes before we get to business. For West Ham try to keep up their 100% winning record in the Premier League 2. They've always been very impressive in this competition. Norwich City, however, last season finished just 2 places outside of the top 16, which meant they didn't qualify for the playoffs. However, West Ham, of course, second with 4 points off top, only 4 defeats all season, and half of those came in the last 5 games, and maybe just ran out of steam a little bit. But they look fired up today and this evening as they come off a brilliant 5-1 win against Southampton. Star players in that game, Josh Ajala and Sean Moore, who of course are both starting this evening. West Ham still in the centre circle as Norwich get into their positions for match week 3. Well, still similar names from what we saw last season: Junior Robinson, Ezra Mayers, Ryan Battram, who of course played in the side that won the FA Youth Cup in 2023. Louis Zhao saw a lot of last season with Sean Moore and Lewis Orford. Of course, there have been some departures from this under-21 side. Of course, just on loan, Gideon Kodua, Callum Marshall, Patrick Kelly and George Earthy have all gone on to find loans in the Professional Football League. We're moments away from kickoff. These players will try to light up the match, make their name known. We're underway as West Ham just try to press Norwich early on. They try to get their lines cleared through Lucien Mahavo. Instead, it comes off a West Ham player, so it will be a Norwich throw. He's willing to pass it round the back. Cut back there from the goalkeeper, Caleb Nelson. It's poorly given away though, and here's Kamari Swire. Can they make the most of this? Orford, he'll try and tee one up. Almost scoring within just 45 seconds. Lewis Orford trying to curl it into that top left corner. Just past the woodwork. Warning signs shown from West Ham's number 8. Of course, Lewis Orford so used to playing alongside Patrick Kelly. In fact, it's Patrick Kelly who would often wear the number 8 and Lewis Orford with the number 4. But today, of course, he's partnered with his new partner, Tyrone Akpata. Signed his pro contract in the July of 2024, seen as an energetic centre midfielder. And this time he's awarded a start after he did feature on the bench in the 5-1 win against Southampton. Came on just for the last 7 minutes, so he'll hope to try and make his mark after Mark Robson has given him a start. Junior Robinson down now, holding his left, with his left thigh it looks. Not a muscle injury. Just walks off. Like he'll be all good to carry on. Positive for Mark Robson and West Ham. Long ball straight down the middle from Caleb Anson. It's Errol Mundle-Smith who tried to keep it under his spell, but here come West Ham again through Adieli. Continues his run down that left-hand side. It's forced back. Luizao. Older players, in fact the eldest player in this side, Luizao at 22. Enjoying his time at Rush Green. The heart of that defence. Ryan Battram to his right. Now West Ham try to attack down their right-hand side for Sean Moore. Robinson looking up, first time ball in. Just across the face of goal, it's picked up by Adieli. Playing it along the floor, waiting for an opening. West Ham certainly on the front foot. Can they finish off the move? Sean Moore looking for the side netting, but it just goes beyond that far post. 2 efforts on goal, 1 for Orford and the latest for Sean Moore. A lot of the assists there. Should have Sean Moore beaten Caleb Anson. Interception from Orford, but it falls kindly to Errol Mundle-Smith down this left-hand side. Just pulls the shirt of Junior Robinson and gives away a foul. West Ham take it quickly through Orford. Or just dispossessed by Mahovo. And Norwich will try to play it out to that right-hand side through Uriah Gigi. Welch. Okwumo. Don't see any Norwich attack as of yet. Of course, only 4 minutes gone, but West Ham have enjoyed 2 chances of the game. Gigi finding some room for Finlay Welch to exploit as they look to play it out to that right-hand side. So much room around Finlay Welch, all unable to beat its man in Adieli. Let's try to recycle it. Here's Lucien Mahavo. Here is Mahavo, signed from Notts County in the summer. Now he finds himself in the yellow. It looked like Errol Mundle-Smith could have found himself winning a penalty just there. Looked at the referee straight away, but he denied that claim and let play continue. It was Ryan Battram just who had his hands on Errol Mundle-Smith. Such a lively player, Norwich number 9. 9 goals in 16 games for Norwich's under-18s last season. 3 in 7 for the under-21s and 1 in 2 this season. He'll be looking to try and kick on his career up the age groups. So far he's looking promising. Norwich enjoying their first real spell of possession of the game so far. Mahovo finding Errol Mundle-Smith. Robinson just keeping tabs on him, but he manages to find a ball in the box. Doesn't find a yellow shirt, and Adieli will collect that all day long. Swire tries to find Orford, but gives it away. Roberts and towards number 7, who strikes it from distance, but Daniel Ogwuru's strike. Not able to remain on target. Never troubling Finlay Herrick. The last game between these two sides was on the 12th of April at Norwich. West Ham won 2-0. Tonight's West Ham's number 8, Lewis Orford, who opened the scoring alongside Joe Thurphy, who made it 2. Of course, prior to that, Norwich and West Ham at this level hadn't actually met each other competitively since 2015. Sides in their last 6 games, it's 3 apiece. You could argue this is the decider, but there'll be plenty more games to play. He's out. Swire just dropping in deep. See Akpata just moving around that midfield with Lewis Orford as they just fluidly play from left to right. Luizau's going to try and pick out a pass to Robinson on this right-hand side, but that's Mahova who's underneath it, but Moore manages to pick up that second ball. And here's Robinson. First touch just letting down Josh Ajala there. And Norwich will go the direct approach, but Ryan Battram is favourite to the ball before Mundell Smith. Here is Battram again. Robinson lets the ball go beyond him. Moore. Now Battram. They try to work it, Norwich. Just patient with their attack. Of course, they'll decide in the moment when to go long and when to play it short. West Ham have got a lot of bodies back in that flat back 5. Seems to be the case for West Ham when they're doing the defending, and they're having to do some now, but that's a poor ball from Mundell Smith as he tried to play the clever pass into Finlay Welch. It was beyond the Norwich number 8 and safely into the possession of Finlay Herrick. Alex Roberts just pressing in on Tyrant. Akpata. Battram. Such an outstanding 22-23 campaign, Ryan Battram. 26 in all competitions, or 26 appearances in all competitions. Part of the winning side of the FA Youth Cup. It's 6 times for the under-21s last season and 15 for the under-18s, so he'll look to try and be making his step now into this under-21 side under Mark Robson. That's a cute touch there as it's left towards Welch. He tries to play the through ball. Ogwuru was in an offside position. Of course, West Ham started off sharply, seen Norwich with the ball more in the last 5 minutes, but it was Lewis Orford and Sean Moore who fancied their chances early on. Both just with strikes, went beyond the woodwork. Need for the goalkeeper, Caleb Anson, to be required. Played out to Ezra Mayers. Pass back from Adieli. Luizao. Sean Moore here dropping into the Junior Robinson position where he plays right back. They like to be fluid down this right-hand side with Robinson just in front of him, as you can see here. That's well worked between the two. Here's Robinson. Can he finish off this good move? He'll give it to Swire instead, and he forces the save from Caleb Anson, coming down to his far post to deny Kamari Swire of a first goal of the season. But really nice work down that right-hand side. Robinson running in field and Swire just trying that curling effort. but Anson met it. Will be the first corner of the evening. A fall to the side, claret and blue. Sun just shining on as West Ham try to open the scoring. Still kept alive here almost by Buttram. Norwich managed to break away. Zach Patter tries to keep tabs on him, but that's really good work from Mundell Smith. Could this be an emphatic counter-attack as it's a ball across the box? What a ball it was as well. Alex Roberts feeding it through towards that 6-yard box. Felt like it was destined for a tap-in. West Ham lucky there. Norwich almost found an opening after that breakaway following the West Ham corner. Wolford just dropping between the 2 or 3 centre-backs and just trying to dictate play. Adieli playing that left wing-back role. Signed a professional deal on his birthday. Travelled with the under-21s to their pre-season Spain training camp. He's ready to put in the hard work and see how things go. Well, they're going pretty well at the moment. Already got a goal to his name for West Ham this season. And here he is once again, Adieli. Teasing feet from their number 11. Swire into Orford, bit of room around him, but he chooses to go the unselfish route to Moore, and that's incredibly good from Moore. And Robinson straight to Anson. Warning signs from West Ham. Good attack there, making Norwich think. Orford picking out a good ball to Moore. That was a clever pass to Robinson. Once again, Caleb Anson there when Norwich required him. A bit more straightforward than Kamari Swire save. Keeps it goalless. Hovo. To Mundell Smith. Now Ogwuru gives it away. Here comes Moore again. Laid off by Ajala. Quick passing here from West Ham. As Orford laid it off first time. Here's Swire, who'll fancy himself up against the Norwich right back, Okwumo. Good work there. Has to be said as he forced him to the byline and forced him to take the ball out of play. Norwich goal kick. Led out to that right-hand side again. Okwumo tries to play it long. Thrown and doing so as it just came off a West Ham player. Anson's just to Anson's right. Norwich just tried to play it round in West Ham's half. Elliot Miles linking up with their number 6, JJ. Here he is, Elliot Miles, as he spots his colleague in some room. He'll fire at a goal, and it's just past that far post. What an effort from Alex Roberts. Starting for Norwich this evening, and just firing it wide. Really good job from Elliot Miles. Haven't seen much of him so far in the game. This opening 15 minutes. Just in that 1 minute, really opened it up for Norwich. West Ham just have to be careful there. As you can see from the gantry, the room Alex Roberts was looking to exploit. But luckily for West Ham, his accuracy was not on point. It remains goalless. Luizao. Robinson in some room, and this right-hand side into Warford. Now Battram. Robinson again. Good. Switching it out to that left-hand side, looking so good when he gets on the ball, dictating play. Gets the ball, he'll offload it quickly when he wants to start an attack quickly. Sees the potential to play elsewhere on the pitch, he'll just ping one out like he did just then. They win the free kick. Following Amika Adiele just being fouled. This is a good opportunity for West Ham to try and open the scoring. Going to be Tyrone Akpata, whose duty is to try and put a devastating ball in. West Ham head. That's anything but straight at the Norwich City player. They'll welcome that all day long, but they won't welcome this, as it's a really good ball, almost finding Swire, but it was a good interception. Here's Akpata as he strikes from distance. He gets a Norwich deflection after he fired it at goal, so it will be a West Ham corner. Akpata just trying to undo the poor free kick, striking it with some venom, getting inside a corner kick. That far side. Batram's right at that back post. Comes off Guru. Another West Ham corner. More to take along the floor. Back out to Moore as he aims it towards that back post. Orford will chase, but so will Louise out. He'll beat Miles to it. Can he try and put a ball in? Put it away. Batram may fancy this, but instead he plays a really cute pass to Moore, but that was well read by Charlie Wilson, who came sliding down to get it away before Sean Moore could have a go at goal. Norwich, it seemed like they were expecting, as was I, that Batram may have fancied his chances from distance. Instead, unlocked a lovely pass to Sean Moore. Sean Moore again to take this corner on this near side. This time it goes into the box, towards that back post, and it's flicked towards that far post by Josh Ajala. Hovo. Looked like it was always going to be a good turn from Mundell Smith, and in fact he forces the foul from Ryan Batram. Just a little shove there between him and Robinson following Mundell Smith winning that foul. Batram just with a push in the back. Let's take it quickly. Here's Mahovo. Elliot Miles. Chested by Welch. Pressure from Akpata. Their number 6, Uriah Jeje. Here goes Miles again, trying to set off a pass down the middle. Robinson getting there for Mundell Smith. Winning the foul down that right-hand side. Wilson. Ovo tries to run with the ball, but Robinson just pulls him back. A few occasions now where you've seen a few cheap fouls given away on this near side between both sets of players. It's Norwich in the ball. Norwich on the ball. In for famous chant, on the ball City. Players all the vision to try and one day walk out to Carrow Road or walk out. First team match at Carrow Road with that song booming in their ears. Likewise with West Ham and Forever Blowing. Wilson on the floor to his centre-back colleague Warner. Again. There's Warner. Oh, Wilson, Mundell Smith looking to try and make a run down this left-hand side. It's ball's played out to where Mundell Smith was, just a little bit over done there. West Ham will welcome a throw-in, especially when Mundell Smith's attack is just cancelled out. Here's Mayers. Tried to feed it through down that left. Here's Kamari Swire. Just holding off the Norwich right back, Okwumo. Now Akpata. West Ham with a spring in their step as they're starting to sense a good move here as Robinson puts in a low ball, it seemed. There was a slight deflection which just took the direction out of it. Norwich just tried to work it. Norwich feel Louise Hour just pushed their main man, Errol Mundell Smith. Akpata. Roberts onto him, turns it round, and now Orford. He sprays a lovely ball into the direction of Sean Moore. He just stuck out his left foot to try and get on the end of it. He was aiming to take the touch or just try and poke it home, whilst on the volley, Lewis Orford already looking like one of the special players of the game so far. You'd expect that from a player of his quality. It's unfortunate not to find Sean Moore. That would have been a brilliant position. So Norwich goal kick, Caleb Ansen. Trying to find Dan Ogwuru, their number 7. Adieli now, Orford again. Spraying it out to Robinson. First touch with a nutmeg as well. But an offside too. Unfortunate for West Ham. That would have been a very glamorous assist. Or build-up play at least. Straight through the legs of Mahovo. Good work there from Robinson. That's poor from the Norwich centre half, but Orford intercepted it. I think he may have thought he had some West Ham help around him. Closer than he actually thought. Here's Miles. Good interception there from Orford to win the ball back. Good work there from West Ham's number 8 as Moore led into the path of Robinson. 3-on-1 here it seems. And that's good work from Mundell Smith. Just down this right-hand side. 3 yellow shirts around Junior Robinson, showing the threat he has if you've got 3 of them onto the West Ham wing back. West Ham get a throw. Robinson. Or just roaming around, keeping Miles busy. Ojala hasn't really had a go on the ball yet. An opportunity to make his mark. Led through into the direction of number 8 Welch, but instead Orford will pick it up and play it into Swire. Moore with some room. Ovo with the defensive work, but it's straight back to Moore. Robinson at the byline. Ovo win that ball and clear it forward, but almost tried to pick out a pass to Alex Roberts, who continued his run, but it came off Mayers and will be a Norwich throw-in. Wilson. Ovo. Get Miles. Swire out on that left-hand side. Fairly versatile attacker as he just tries to take it round Jaden Warner. Doing so. If there's an offside. Foul, in fact, from Swire. Back patter in an offside position as well. Poor touch there from JJ, allowing Orford to try and pounce, but they clear it away. Back patter, tussling with Miles. Norwich come away with it. Here's Okwumu. JJ. Slight fortune, but Norwich continue to play with the ball. Now down this left-hand side. Wilson. Now Warner. Trying to pick out a switch to that right-hand side, just slightly overpowered. Kumu. Beard a pacey wing-back, unable to sprint to the ball to keep that one in. Both sides really keeping one another out in terms of the shots on goal. Only seen 2 for West Ham so far and 1 for Norwich. It was 2 early chances for West Ham where they fired it at Caleb Anson's goal, and then of course for Norwich later on in the half it was Alex Roberts that found himself on the end of a brilliant ball played from Elliot Miles. He was up against Finlay Herrick just wide of the post, so Finlay Herrick hasn't been required to make any saves as of yet. As for Caleb Anson, that come down a couple of times to deny West Ham players, the most notable being the strike from Kamari Swire. Got it onto his right and tried striking it into that far corner, but it was a good save from Caleb Anson. Just kept out that effort. Since then, Norwich who have done more of the defending. Certainly got the ball into decent positions, trying to spray it out wide, most notably Errol Mundle-Smith, who has given the West Ham backline something to think about, but still yet to really make a mark and some clear-cut opportunities as of yet, apart from, of course, that Alex Roberts strike. So just losing his footing. Miles, back out to Mahovo. Now Wilson. Warner as Swire just goes in, trying to put him under a little bit of pressure. Norwich just happy to pass it round from defender to defender. Norwich to go wide. Worry. Good possession there from Norwich, although it wasn't really in a dangerous position, but they give it away. And here's Swire. Can he get his first goal of the season? Instead, he'll lay it off to Akpata. His strike just finds a boot of a Norwich player that stops it from going goalwards. It's a good touch from Batram that finds Robinson. So he puts in a good ball. Here's Ajala. He's in an offside position. Such promising play there as Robinson found Ajala. That first touch was immaculate. He managed to keep it under his spell. You could see what he was trying to do, just turn around the outside and pull off a strike. Linesman's flag on this near side was raised before we could see that chance. Hovo. Norwich frustrated. West Ham take it quickly, but the referee orders to pull it back. Of course, the sun just going down on this summer evening, and as the summer holidays come to an end, some great season ticket holder seats are available to buy on the ticket exchange for tomorrow's game against Manchester City. head over to the West Ham United ticket site to get your hands on some. Julian Lopetegui get his second Premier League win for the Hammers after that impressive 2-0 victory at Selhurst Park. Orford. Out to Moore. Robinson. Fairly lacklustre so far in terms of the opportunities at goal. Norwich have done a good job really at keeping West Ham quiet. Moore. Patter. He's looking ever so lively when he gets on the ball. Such an energetic central midfielder. Ajala tries to play the cute first-time pass into Moore. They're just on a slightly different wavelength. Clever ball played along the ground, and that's an even better touch. Here come Norwich as they try to get an unlikely opener after sitting back for a fair bit. Mundell-Smith tries to work something from this left-hand side, surely! And it's a corner for Norwich. Finlay Welch with his hands on his head, thinking, how did he not find the back of the net? Finlay Herrick just down here, having to be spoken to by the referee. Potential knock, as there was a goalmouth scramble, really. So close for Norwich, but that's what they've really shown in this first half on a couple of occasions where West Ham have had the majority of the ball in Norwich's half, and then all it takes is one long ball to try and break that West Ham defence. And that was Norwich's best opportunity of the game, falling to Finlay Welch, but it's not over yet as it's flicked at that front post. It looked like it was going to nestle in. In fact, it went the opposite direction. Picked up by JJ. Now Welch. He'll be trying to find the back of the net even more now, following that miss. JJ. Now Wilson. Swire and Jala just occupying that back two for Norwich. Here comes an opportunity for West Ham as they try to open the scoring. Here come Norwich. They're starting to wake up here and show their qualities late on in this first half. Here they come down the right. That's well worked to Mundell-Smith. Norwich give away a cheap foul. Errol Mundell-Smith goes into the book, following just that push on Mayers. Of course, for the potential tickets for tomorrow, West Ham's home game against Manchester City, those season ticket holder seats that are available for you to buy on www.eticketing.co.uk/WHUFC. That's www.eticketing.co.uk/WHUFC. Of course, this is the first game in 3 for West Ham in this weekend. Of course, you've got the game against Norwich this evening. Manchester City at home tomorrow at 5:30. Then 7:10 on the West Ham YouTube channel, you've got the ladies' last game of pre-season against Leicester City. That's 7:10 in the morning. Warford trying to find more. Cleared away. Anson believes that should be for Norwich, and that's the verdict. West Ham believe that it may have just had a little deflection off Anson's left boot after it ricocheted off Sean Moore. Just under 9 minutes to go Norwich have had some good opportunities, some good counter-attacks, it has to be said. It remains goalless. Norwich clearly happy to just soak up the pressure at times. They've got the quality down the middle. So far, Finlay Welch has looked promising, as has Elliot Miles. You've got the speed of Daniel Ogwuru, Errol Mundle-Smith to try and run him behind. It certainly is something that can be frightening. But so far, West Ham are doing a good job. Also had a couple of opportunities, and Patra's looked good in the middle of the park alongside Lewis Orford. What's his new central midfield colleague following Patrick Kelly's loan move. The Doncaster Rovers. Atram just trying to clear it away, but instead Miles just flicks it into Mundle-Smith. He's got Welch around him. Here is Welch. Whipped in by Mahovo with some speed, and that's a brilliant save. The ball played in from Mahovo. A brilliant flicked header goalwards from Daniel Ogwuru. And Finlay Herrick, when required, there to just tip it over his crossbar. Hasn't had to really make a save all game. When he's been required, passed the test. The 18-year-old signed a pro contract in summer of 2023. Hammer since he was 6 years old. So again, Norwich trying to put the ball into the box. But West Ham come away with it this time. Well, that's short-lived, but Moore will chase Mahovo. Just there, previously we see Lucien Mahovo's qualities with that left foot of his. Here comes Orford with plenty of qualities in his locker as he tries to loft it in towards Jala. Touchdown by Moore, but Welch, good defending there from the edge of his box. Robinson just shimmying his body and weaving it through, back to Akpata. He'll try and get it onto his left. Swire, good opportunity. Did a hustle of bodies in front of him, and Charlie Wilson was one of them who got that block. Arieli. We're on that far side. Just got Jala trotting around with the number 6 Uriah Jeje onto him. Straight off a yellow shirt, and it will be another West Ham throw, albeit Norwich felt it wasn't the case, specifically Alex Roberts. Just over 5 minutes to go, of course. One of the moments of the half, just coming moments ago. That save from Finlay Herrick. Excellent save from the 18-year-old. Norwich. Wilson. Spraying it out to Kwumo. AJ has to be careful there. 3 claret and blue shirts onto him, Moore being one of them. He's currently down. Got a tiny knock. He's back up on his feet, just running gingerly, but there he's showing his desire to try and get back at JJ. Maybe a little bit too much there, as you could see it was a foul and the referee played advantage. Here come Norwich. Mundle-Smith up against Batram. Quick feet. Manages to play it sweetly to Welch. Just keeping Robertson away from him and puts in a fierce ball low across the face of goal. It was Alex Roberts who was favourite to get that, the number 10 for Norwich. So well worked by the Canaries. Managing to get room towards that byline. He had Robertson onto him. It will be a corner kick for Norwich. Can they try and strike late here in this first half? It'll be Lucien Mahovo who goes over to take this corner. Of course, Seen his qualities with that left foot so far. Couple of options to go short. Go long into the box towards that far post. It was Wilson who got a flick onto it. Herrick had to be alert, and so he was, as Mundell-Smith was in and amongst that cohort of Norwich players. Now West Ham tried to play it direct up against Norwich, who have fancied that way of playing so far in the opening 42 minutes. Ajala just pushed to the floor there by Okwumo, but the referee believes nothing in that. Of course, just before that, you had Sean Moore, who picked up a slight knock from the number 6, Uriah Jeje. And after that, I wanted to give one back to the Norwich number 6, but no players into the book. Robinson fouled there by Roberts, and just as I said, no players into the book, we've gone and got one. Alex Roberts booked for that offence. Fairly cheap foul. Junior Robinson. Akpata. Mayers. Touch onto that for Adieli. Got a handful of PL2 games in and around the division. Arsenal currently 1-0 up against Aston Villa. They're now in second place. Of course, West Ham started the game in first place. They now find themselves third. It's Nottingham Forest who are in the spot West Ham occupied just an hour ago. Jala trying to press, but Adieli does well. Here's Swire. Up against Okwumo. Takes it into the box, pulls it back. Ovo clears it away first time, and that's picked up by Mayers. Wizao. Wizao again. Into the final 30 seconds of the first 45. Finley Herrick's heroics is what keeps it 0-0. A great save to just tap the Norwich effort over the crossbar. Ups to Caleb Anson, who had a good game when required as well. Sean Moore is just having words with the referee. No bookings there. Welch will take it quickly. Hovo. Now Wilson. It's going to be 1 minute added on here at Rush Green in the first half. It's had its moments at part, but truth be told, fairly uneventful. Both sides just sussing one another out, and you can tell that Norwich are happy to play it round the back, but when required, happy to go long and definitely happy to get a counter or have a counter-attack. And they've looked dangerous in those points. And this man here as well, Finley Welch, who's found himself in some great pockets in the first 45, and he wins a foul there, following the challenge from Ezra Mayers. Norwich with a very, very late opportunity. Try and go a goal up just before the half-time break. This will be the last part of play. It'll result in a goal. It looks like they're happy to potentially just play it out. I've spoken too soon. Here's Mundell-Smith. Going to the byline once again. Oh my, just at that back post. It was their number 2, Harmony Okwumo, who was lurking. It looked like he could have had an open net to tap it home to, but That will be the end of the first half. West Ham 0, Norwich 0. Good goalkeeping from Caleb Anson and Finley Herrick that keep it goalless. Attacking players going into that half-time break, just trying to sharpen their attacking tools. Be more clinical. Norwich have defended well in parts, and we'll just go through some of the standout moments throughout the half-time break. But of course, it's West Ham 0, Norwich 0. Back in just after 15 minutes.
Pretty bubbles in. Yeah. They fly.
Remember the glory. From the Academy of Football to the champions of Europe, where our players became giants of the game and changed it forever, wearing our famous claret and blue. 60 years on, we wear the pride, we wear the passion, we wear the history, whilst making our own. Wear the greatness.
Right, you lot, today's a big day, because we know West Ham United is all about putting in the hard work, grafting for the bag.
Yes, let's have it!
And you've worked hard. Early starts, late finishes. Oh, I've seen it. Science, selfless graft. We're not just cooking on the pitch. We're cooking off it too. And you do it all on your own, don't you? Well, not anymore. It's not just about the badge on your shirt. It's about what you wear on your sleeve and what that represents. Because this club don't exist without you. You pillars of the community. You champions of industry. You beautiful business owners. Now get out there and show me what you've got.
Yes, fantastic ones.
Hello, chicas. Got to do it. Say good morning. Hello. Hello. Hello, chicos. Woo. Parate. There is the girl who talks too much all the time. Every time, every day, she talks. Yeah, this is Dagny. This is Rico. How are you today?
Yeah. Me?
Good person. Good. Me? Can you see me?
Me, yo.
You're a good person too, Cubby. Yeah.
No, it's my friend.
You pay me later.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
So but we're like this.
Exactly, and you don't look each other.
You're doing the same thing.
Don't look at me. Exactly. That's good.
Good.
If you're struggling this much, I want to see
You are
myself.
stronger than me, guys.
I rotate.
Yes, exactly. You start here, you rotate. Also rotate your upper body.
Yeah. I know.
By the way, this is Chris, our goalkeeper coach.
I didn't want to wave either. Right, so 2 touch, straight over. So 1, 2, there you go. Good.
Are we counting points?
No, not yet, we're just having a trial. See what that does. Go on, 2 touch.
It bounces however it wants, but it does.
It's in.
That's in?
Nice.
Show us your tattoo. Exclusive. It's exclusive.
Have you put mine in?
Exclusive.
No.
Oh, surprise.
Look here.
Look.
Or Sweden.
Yeah, huh?
Which one? What do you want to see? Oh, this one's good.
Everyone.
Does it say it? What does it say?
This. I
Yeah,
don't know
read
the
it.
name in English. Ah, love. Ah.
I'll shoot 2 seconds.
I do it with you.
Okay.
Why I'm alone?
Yes, in. There, hands up. Good. Hold. Yes, roll. Move to the side. Good.
play.
Touch. Punch. Relax. Got it?
Good job.
Down here. I don't know why you're so low.
Ah! No! Keep!
Yamba.
Change central again in your own time.
Yeah, good. Better.
Yeah. Camila. Good. Yeah.
Good. Round. Feet. Right. Good. Up. Come on. Hold. Yes. Relax. Set 2. We're going to do 2 sets. Yes. Small steps allow you to push. Shoulders. Right.
Nice.
Up. Line.
Good job.
Balance.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice, Max! That's awesome. Woo! Goodbye.
Our London, real London, nobody stays a stranger. The Bow Bells, our London calling. More than just a place, the Cockney cool heard far and wide. Graft and dedication, together for the ride. Born here, raised or made here, this is home. Our differences unite us, wherever we may roam. Our spirit strong, our pride runs deep. In our London, it's our dreams we keep. Through highs and lows, we rise and shine. Beyond these streets, the Bow Bells chime.
West Ham United legend Jimmy Walker has got himself in a spot of bother.
Hello, Claret Car Insurance. How can we help?
Company motor's broken down. It's match day.
I know just the company for the job.
NWVA. The fastest, most efficient, cost-effective vehicle assistance company in the UK. Right, Jimmy, let's get into this game, eh?
Nice one, Tom.
NWVA are proud partners of West Ham United.
He felt bad. He felt bad.
So welcome back everyone for the start, or almost the start of the second half. We left the match goalless. They're back out on the pitch. Doesn't look like there's been any substitutions made as of yet. Both managers, head coaches, just wanting to stick to the players they've currently got on the pitch to try and make a difference. Feeling that a difference can be made to try and open the scoring. West Ham got close early on, but it's fair to say Norwich had the better of the opportunities as the first half went on, and now we're back into action for the start of the second half. There is Batram on that far right side this time, with Louise Howe just sat between Ezra Mayers. They tried to work it quickly down this left-hand side, a spring in their step, but unfortunately Adieli's first touch just let him down. He's occupying that left wing-back role, but of course you do see then West Ham change into a back four. Fairly fluid tactics. That's a poor sloppy pass. Ezra Mayers, who sometimes likes to bomb down that left-hand side, will also tuck in and act like a left centre-back with Louise Howe just in the middle between him and Ryan Batram. Here come Norwich in the meantime. Down that right-hand side, it looked like a slick ball after it left Roberts' boots. He was unable to find Finlay Welch. Had a glorious opportunity late on in that first half. It was almost as if he had an open net, but it was a West Ham player that got in the way of his strike. Saw it go out for a corner. Good work from Junior Robinson. Maybe just held on to the ball for too long. Went a man too far. Commanding figure of JJ on the ball. They work it down this right. That's a good challenge read by Adieli. Sliding in before Okwumo could get onto that ball. Of course, as mentioned, West Ham now find themselves on 7 points in third. Arsenal just above them. Nottingham Forest won their game against Reading. Kickoff was at 3. They beat 10-man Reading 2-0. Their start. 3 wins out of 3 for Nottingham Forest. They handed Norwich 3-0 defeat in their last game. Norwich's last game now. Norwich have looked strong, defensively strong in this game so far. Promising on the counter-attack as well. Just unable to make anything count. Beat Finlay Herrick. Just made that great save just to tip it over his woodwork. But here's Warford. Now Moore. Izao. Adieli up against Okwumo. Brighton put a ball in, but Okwumo does his defensive duties well. Sticks out a leg, and it'll be a West Ham throw. Adieli. Throw. Looking around. There's just weaving there around down that left channel. Adieli beating Welch. Good work there. Here's Swire. First opportunity for West Ham in this second half. Akpata. Or strike. You could tell what he was trying to do as he just tried to put his laces through it, but instead completely mistimed that effort. Ricochet fell kindly back to him. Just scuffed the effort in the end. Aaron Akpata. Instantly cut out by Orford. Like a Rolls Royce in that midfield this evening, as he is most times he puts on that jersey. Norwich coming forward. Brilliant challenge from Robinson. Good improvisation too. On the floor and still stuck out a leg to win the ball back for his side. Akpata. Room for Adieli to exploit. Up against Okwumo. Adieli. On a kick for West Ham. They're liking this left-hand side in this second half so far. Louise out towards that back post. Backstrom running in towards the goal line. It's lofted in towards that back post, and Louise Au's header just glances wide. 22-year-old lurking around in some good position. Got the power on it, just not quite the accuracy. Good chance there from Louise Au, however. West Ham have been very good at reading Norwich's play in this second half so far. Getting important interceptions. But Norwich still come away with it through JJ. Roberts trying to continue his run down the right-hand side, but instead they'll play it over to that left. Here's the energetic Miles. Bring it in field, but that's good work from Akpata. Coming back, winning the ball, and instantly just bombing forward to try and get the ball as far up the pitch as possible. Forbes. There's Adieli. Now Orford. Trying to spot the run of Swire. You could see what he was trying to do. Orford collects. Oh, he's out. Real sense of goal in that header moments ago. Akpata. Out between him and Ajala, but he couldn't quite execute that switch. Out to Robinson. While Norwich take their throw, just a reminder, of course, there are still tickets available on the season ticket exchange for West Ham's game at home to Manchester City. Julian Lopetegui's second game at the London Stadium in the Premier League. You can get your tickets for that fixture. www.eticketing.co.uk/WHUFC. www.eticketing.co.uk/WHUFC. Time. That's happened. Norwich taking their time with this throw. JJ just going over to try and provide an option. Norwich number 6. Akpata keeping tabs on the tall central midfielder. Orford, first time in to Swire. Adieli bombing down this left to provide support. Quick feet. Let's take it towards the byline. Okumo just with his hands on Adieli's left arm. Well left from Mayers. Orford looks up. First look is to try and get it into the box. Aimed for more, but all went back into Hansen's hands. Yeje. Smart run from Okumo, but Orford was there to just stall that, but Norwich keep the ball in the end. Welch. Okumo. Warner. Trying to find Miles, but instead he found the knee of Junior Robinson. Does he want to tee one up? He does from distance. It will be a corner kick. Miles thankful there, as it was his touch that allowed Junior Robinson to win the ball back, or in fact a lack of anything. Junior Robinson pounced on that opportunity, his eyes lit up. They have a corner kick, West Ham. Or with the corner, good distance as Louise Au's up there again to try and attack it. Doesn't get the same outcome compared to the last. Improvisation there from Miles. If anything, he just gives the ball back and allows West Ham a chance to try and pounce. Orford finding Ajala. That first touch just lets him down. Josh Ajala, the 17-year-old, of course, signed from Chelsea. all of his schoolboy footballing career in West London. 18 goals in 23 under-18 games last season. Scored a 2-minute brace against Southampton in the West Ham's 5-1 win. Southampton were 2-0 down in the 51st minute, and by the 55th, they were 4-0 down thanks to Josh Ajala. But here come Norwich, looking for a goal. Luizao with good defensive work. Here comes Pata, nicely finding Orford whilst wiping out JJ of the game, but that's a poor pass and allows Warner to find Welch. It's fairly open here at Rush Green in the second half, but Robinson just closes that opportunity for Norwich and now comes forward himself. Batram. Swire. Adieli wiped out. That's a nasty challenge there from Okwumo. As Adieli beating his man. Poor challenge that now sees Okwumo go into the book. That's now 3 yellow cards and all 4 the yellows. Okwumo joins Mundell Smith and Roberts after their bookings in the first 45. West Ham have the free kick. There's Lewis Orford looking like one of the more grown-up, mature players on the pitch. It's understandable given the fact that travelled with West Ham first team 9 times across the competitions last season. Lofts it in towards that back post. Mayers keeps it alive. It's cleared away. It's touched down ever so well from Miles. Spreading it out to this right-hand side. Dangerous here from Norwich, but they don't have many bodies forward. Plenty of claret and blue shirts in the Norwich area. 2 or 3 yellow shirts to about 7 claret and blue. Okwumo, heavy ball in. But Robinson plays it safe and just heads it out for a Norwich corner. Their first of the second half. Norwich just taking their time. It's Elliot Miles to loft the ball in. Warner's there, he gets underneath it. But he's unable to steer it goalward, so it will be another West Ham goal kick. Elliot Miles trying to turn provider. So far the Norwich top goal scorer in this Premier League 2 campaign. Norwich goals, a lot of them, all came in that first game, in that 6-1 win against West Brom. One goal scorer finds themselves on the pitch this evening, Kenneth Abo. Of course, has left Norwich, a very exciting player, who's gone to Stevenage in League One on loan. Of course, West Ham have a few of their own on loan at the moment. Callum Marshall, Huddersfield in League One 2. An assist in his EFL game against Morecambe, their 3-0 win. In the meantime, here's Orford. What an opportunity. It's a corner kick. But Adieli putting in a dangerous ball and Orford attacking it with some venom. He'll go over to take the corner. He'll be annoyed he didn't find the back of the net with that effort. Fell kindly to him as he side foots it. What a save. Johansson coming down low. Making quickly. It's Adieli. West Ham smell blood in this second half. Towards that back post. Headed away. Patter. Louise out of all players to try and put in a ball. He chases it. Here's Battram. Can the other centre-half get a goal? Good footwork there. Lofting it in. Safe hands from Anson once again as he throws it out quickly. Norwich like to counter-attack in that first half. Can they make a deadly one in this second? It looks promising as Mayers is up against the number 10, Roberts. That's a really poor strike from Ogwuru. Some of the players getting incredibly frustrated at one another. Can just hear them through the sound effects. Sure with whether that was West Ham or Norwich, but you can imagine it being both, really. With West Ham being, or allowing Norwich that counter-attack, and then of course Norwich frustrated that they weren't able to finish off that brilliant counter at the same time. So frustrations running high. Sets of players will want to try and keep their cool. West Ham want to, of course, keep that unbeaten run and go even one better and keep that 100% winning record, but they have to try and find the back of the net at some point at the next half an hour. Ogwuru. Hit forward from Anson. Ogwuru is underneath it. Norwich have had their moments. And could this be another one? Battram sprinting back to try and defend this, but they get it on goal. Try to steer it into that far corner. Errol Mundell-Smith. He wins the corner. Just coming off Ryan Battram as he took it on the inside. Battram was there to stick out a leg to just take it beyond his goalkeeper's woodwork. Be the left back, Lucian Mahovo. This near side, he's got number 11 Miles just to his left. Welch lurking outside the box, but he'll put in a heavy one towards Warder at that far side. It's collected by Herrick. Slight little shove there between him and Roberts. Orford popping up on this right-hand side, up against Warner. Moore tries to play the return pass to Orford as he sprints to get there before Warner. Still is Orford as he doesn't give that up. Falls to Swire. Can they get their goal? Patton's there. Ajala, he'll have a snatch, and there it is. West Ham open the scoring. Josh Ajala getting his third goal of the season. Brilliant work from Lewis Orford down that right-hand side. He did not give it up. Carried on his run. Up against the tall frame of Warner. Props to Ajala, who was there at the beginning to get a little touch towards Swire, and then it ended up coming back to him. The unselfish move from Ajala coming back to him, and he finds himself with 3 goals now of the season and West Ham's opener of the evening. So Norwich, a goal down. As the new man, Josh Ajala, opens the scoring. Clinical from him. Pacey striker who can play off both feet. You saw that wonder of a left foot there. Going to be a substitution. Off comes Eve. It's going to be the number 5, but I certainly know coming on is going to be the number 14. Miles Bracking, 17-year-old. Was at the under-18s team last season and now finds himself playing for the under-21s, and he'll be coming on for the number 11. Miles. Elliot Miles, who's looked dangerous this game. He comes off without that goal that he so craved. Oh, West Ham 1, Norwich 0. Took a while, but West Ham got there, showing their clinical nature up front. Lewis Orford had his part to play, one of the best players on the field this evening, and that's a brilliant run from Adieli as he's just pulled. They'll get a free kick. Orford trying to spread out to Robinson, but didn't quite have the power on it to reach him. Hansen trying to find Ogwuru. Back to Orford. Patter just going in short to provide an option, but instead he'll play it safely back to Luizao. This is one out to Mayers to run onto, but that's a slightly heavy touch as he just collides with Welch. Swire puts it across into a dangerous area, comes off Ajala's head. Here's Orford, can he get his goal? Deflected off JJ. Brilliant energy here from West Ham as they swarm the Norwich players trying to win it back. Great work from Adieli. Just takes it away from Okwumo, but he has the throw. Warner. Ajala sprinting to put them under pressure. He really wants a brace. Uru is in offside position following that clearance from the goalkeeper. Luizao. Adieli spotting the run of Swire. He's just got Welch close to him. Adieli. West Ham just building something here. Can Orford fancy his chances? He does. It's over the goal. Wanted to try and find that top corner there, Lewis Orford. You don't blame him. Just unable to keep it down. An energetic and combative midfielder who loves to dictate the tempo of play. Him scoring a brilliant goal here at Rush Green in the Premier League International Cup last season against Brighton. Started off the move from the middle of the park, and he nodded it home to get the win and send West Ham through to the next round of the Premier League International Cup. Be looking to have many moments like that this season. To have his goal this evening. He's certainly been one of the standouts. He's played for youth setups of England 7 times, captaining one of them against Morocco in that 2-1 win. In the meantime, here's Ajala. Can he get a second? Back heels it. Good play there from West Ham. Robinson just striking it towards that far corner. But a Norwich player gets a touch and sees it go beyond the byline for a West Ham corner on that near side. Orford lofting it in towards that back post. Most convincing of headers away that time. Bracking gets a header away for Norwich. And they get a free kick. Ogwuru. Now Jeje. Welch in some room. Adieli's onto him. Tries to feed the pass through to Okwumo. Swai will chase. Warner with the header. Welch. Jeje. Here is Welch again. quick feet and lovely turn as he takes it away from Akpata and just nudges it in front of him. Ogwuru, who wasn't unable to keep it under his spell. Moore in the meantime trying to counter, felt he was brought down. Referee doesn't even give it a second look and lets play continue. Players just back to Eric. Jala trying to raise high to fetch that goal kick. There'll be 2 substitutions now for Norwich, making it 3 in total. Got the number 12, Alfie Doy, coming on, the 18-year-old. The number 15, Toby Chilvers, 17-year-old. Toby Chilvers, of course, that number 15 there, just coming onto the pitch. Coming on for Daniel Ogwuru. Of course, Alfie Doy. 14 games for the under-18s last season and 2 for the under-21s. Of course, Toby Chilvers, the other player that's come on, 2 in 20, or 2 goals in 20 games for the under-18s last year. So you're really starting to see a pattern of players who featured heavily for the under-18s last year now start to have their first real taste of under-21s football. It's the number 10 that came off. Roberts. Jala sprinting in on goalkeeper Anson. Orford with a nice sweet pass to Moore. Can he tee a strike? Straight into the Norwich defence. Bracking tries to play it out to that left-hand side. Underall Smith. Bracking. Yejah. And the new number 12. Doy. Warner. Bracking, touch and move. Tried to get the ball moving quickly, Norwich. West Ham staying resolute, but they found some room down this right-hand side as Okwumo puts in a low ball, and Herrick actually uses his foot to keep that under his control. With confidence with his feet. I know they want that now in football. Really, Herrick showing it right there. Orford again. A conversation with Akpata. Ball stays under his feet securely. Batram, Robinson. Louise Howe, you've got Adieli and loads of room down this left-hand side. As Louise Howe just plays it safely to Orford, just slotting in between Mayers and Louise Howe. Now he'll spot the run of Adieli. Great touch. Quick feet as well, up against Doy, the substitute, breaking into the box, pulls it across. Moore just snatched at it. Unfortunate there for West Ham's number 7, who had a lively start to the game. Just unable to find the back of the net there. Tidied up well by West Ham, albeit their number 8 for Norwich, Welch, felt he should have had a foul. Orford. Back to Robinson. Brilliant work from Moore as he manages to open up room behind him and exploit that green room. Back to him from Swire. Moore running through towards that byline, but what a challenge that was from Mahovo. Imperative from the Norwich left back. They're still in it, Norwich, being a goal down, but you'd think with 2, that's when you start to see the game potentially run away from you, which West Ham are trying to find, but they just haven't really had any clinical cutting edge yet since that goal from Ajala. Pata got Bracking onto him and he wins the foul. play continues. Here's Mayers. Yelly. Orford. Patter on the turn. Orford so calm. Norwich reluctant to press, which allows Orford to literally just stand there and assess his options. There he is again. Dictating play, just like he did from the first minute. Right batter, troubling the goalkeeper. Racking, late touch, but Swire with a good challenge to win it ball, win it back. Mayers. I'm just happy to play it back to the goalkeeper, and what a pass that is. Finlay Herrick out to Akpata. Orford once again picking out a beauty of a ball to Robinson as he just has to run over to that far right. Robinson puts it across the box. Fairly routine for Anson, however. Norwich come away, plenty of room. That's brilliant track backing there from Sean Moore. Win the ball back before Norwich could even break into the West Ham half. Swire gliding quickly, finding Ajala. Can he get his brace? Struck it first time, unable to test Anson. Doy. Now Jeje. This looks promising for Norwich. Can they make it count as Bracking feeds a pass out to Mundell Smith? Doy. A brief opportunity for Norwich, just fizzled out as West Ham managed to come back into their defensive positions. But that's a lovely ball as it breaks through the line. This is a great opportunity for Norwich, but it's scuffed by the substitute, Toby Chilvers. Like a real opportunity there, set up beautifully by Jeje, getting it in between Mayers and Luizao. Snatched at it. Adieli and West Ham surely secure the win if they get this second that they're after now. Patter, promising run towards the D, but running into trouble if anything, but he manages to pull it back and pass it out to Robinson with some green room around him. Swire's there, Doy was there before him. It's getting the ball into some good positions just on the edge of their half. Just quite slow when it comes to just working it into that West Ham half. Is when you can see West Ham just able to get back to their normal positions and just make it harder for Norwich to try and counter them, which is what we saw Norwich try and do in that first half. So far West Ham have done well at keeping it out. There's only that one opportunity that literally happened a minute or so ago. Toby Chilvers coming on. Looked like it was set up for him to get that equaliser. He just squandered the opportunity. Into the final 10 minutes of the game. Josh Ajala's goal that separates these two sides. Doy, Warder, Wilson. Warder, Moore. 80 minutes of playing and still willing to pressure this Norwich back line. Try and make them make a mistake. JJ picks out a ball to Mahovo. Mundell-Smith, who's had a quiet second half. Can he make something count when it matters? Takes it past Robinson, cuts it back. And finds JJ in some room. This could be dangerous for West Ham. Scuffs the effort. Still alive for Norwich. Just slowing the play down, which just plays into West Ham's hands. Doy. Mahovo back to Wilson. West Ham trying to get closer and closer now to their third win. See them back on top. Actually, Arsenal currently finding themselves 3-0 up. So Arsenal are top of the PL2 as things stand at the end of match week 3. Oh, this will look a promising opportunity. Mayers with on him. Louis out. This time just having to deal with this late Norwich presser. Orford. Lovely pass out to Robinson. Got Akpata to his left. Does he go alone? He does! Fires it just beyond the goal. Junior Robinson with a couple of opportunities like that now. He's got a fierce right foot. He tried to use it just then. Just couldn't quite execute the accuracy. Jeje. They try to spray it long. Mundell-Smith keeps it in play. He's got Chilvers in some room. That'll be frustrating for Norwich, especially Errol Mundell-Smith, as he believed it came off the West Ham player. Believed they should have had a corner kick. Tried to skill it past Robinson. It's up for debate there, but West Ham won't care as they're closing in on this 1-0 victory. Of course, there are probably around 10 minutes left, at least, of the game. Eric. Nicely done. Orford. Patter. It's beyond Batram. Just mistimed his run. Does it look possible? Wilson. Now Doy. Also with the addition of Alfie Doy at right back, you now see Okwumo playing like a right winger, almost, the number 2. Mundell-Smith. Robinson onto him. Bracking. Welch. Hovo. Just putting pressure on West Ham here around the box, putting in a good ball, but it was well dealt with by Adieli, but gave it away just outside the box. Warner meant to play it centrally into Welch, but it's read well by Akpata. Doy. Warner. See that he was trying to find the run. Their number 15, Chilvers. Warner. Or switch as Robinson manages to head it beyond, but then he lets it go through to Mundell-Smith. Eric will be thankful there, as it looked like he was favourite to get that ball. Originally, when the ball left Warner's boot, felt like it was going to be easy for Herrick and Robinson, but they ended up squandering that almost and giving Mundell-Smith a half chance. So late on in this game, Finlay Herrick is just being looked at, needing some medical assistance, because you have got Mason Terry on the bench. But it'd be gutting to lose Finlay Herrick. Errol Mundell-Smith is seeking medical assistance as well. Finlay Herrick, after he signed his first pro contract last summer, a West Ham fan, was the under-18s goalkeeper last season. So following the departure of Jacob Knightbridge, now leads way for Finlay Herrick to try and make his mark here at Rush Green. 23 appearances last season for the West Ham under-18s, as well as 2 friendlies for England under-18s, both against France and Germany. He had a good season last season at his level. Look to emulate that in the category above. So he's back up on his feet, as is Errol Mundell-Smith. Well, he's on half of them. Now he's back up just after that collision between the two players. Play is ready to resume. No substitutions made by West Ham, interestingly enough. Of course, Norwich have made 4. West Ham still happy to just see how this side plays out. See what they can do in the latter stages of this game. They'll have to dig deep here and hold on to this 1-0 lead. Of course, they'll aim to add to it. There'll be some tired legs. So far, they're dealing with it well, West Ham. Slight worry just then when Finlay Herrick went down. But every player that started for Hammers this evening is still on the pitch and ready to fight for these 3 points. Wilson's underneath that. Patter picks it up in his stride, and here's a Ajala. Just diverting to this left-hand side, and then looking to try and bring it back into the centre. Still a Ajala, plenty of energy. Will be at the 88th minute. Forced back, great work there from West Ham's goal scorer this evening. Here's Orford. A pristine ball out to Robinson. Back Patter, does he want to tee one up? Instead he just lays it off to Orford. Orford. Swire. Adieli just in front of him. Instead he takes it in field, tries to get it through the legs of Jeje, and doing so, Jeje ends up unintentionally intercepting it, giving Norwich a chance in West Ham's half. Bracking. It's been quite slow with the attack this game, Norwich. They get the ball into good positions and they favour to just play it back, which has allowed West Ham to get back into their positions and more chance of seeing out this victory. Wilson. Down well by Mahovo. Bracking's lurking, but Mundell-Smith's currently on the ball. Great work from Junior Robinson. This 90th minute. Brilliant challenge. Stoppage time is about to be announced. It'll be 3 minutes added on. Any moment from now. Orford. Adieli. But again, trying to pick out a pass to Sean Moore, but this time it was intercepted by Mahovo. And the foul won by Bracking. That's looking like West Ham are closing in on this 4th win out of their last 7 games. Of course, before this game, last 6, it's 3 apiece. It's going to be the final substitution made by Norwich. Comes there, number 16. Adalusi. Who, of course, plays for Tottenham and Newcastle Academy in the 23-24 season last campaign, then signed for Norwich. The new boy to the Canaries. Late on, can he try and make an impact as it's whipped in? Here is Adalusi. After entering play, he's involved in it very well as he puts the ball into a dangerous area, and it's a goal kick. That's off for West Ham, as it looked like Adalusi could have set up the equaliser. Good work, great link-up play as well. It was Welch who was there. Of course, Welch with that golden opportunity in the first half to try and open the scoring. It's going to be the first substitution for the Hammers. Sean Tarima is going to come on momentarily. Adieli darting down this left-hand side, which I'm sure we'll see a lot of this campaign for the under-21s. Playing in that role that Ollie Scarles often played in last season. Swire. Adieli trying to keep the ball, but he's got Chilvers and Bracking onto him, and he wins the foul. Good work there as we approach the final minute of the game. And it will be Sean Tarima coming on for Akpata. Tarima in the last game come on for Kaelin Casey in the last minute. Celebrates his 21st birthday in under 2 weeks. Rizal. Firing it forward, but that's intercepted by Adalusi. West Ham win the ball back in a great area, but Norwich can win it back in an even better one too. And there'll be one last attack for the Canaries, one last chance to get an equaliser. As we're into the single seconds now. West Ham having to hold on to this 1-goal lead. Hasn't been the most convincing of wins this season. But they all lead to 3 points in the end. JJ trying to play the clever pass, and Orford clears it away. And can Ajala get a brace as he sprints to the ball? Hansen coming far off his line to get there before Ajala could. But Norwich come forward. One last go. Welch trying to make a good run, but Orford will pick the ball up and he'll bring it forward as he's chased by Adalusi. Shrugs off Adalusi and wins the foul. And that's all but confirmed the win for the Hammers. Orford. Last kick of the game, and that is the last kick of the game. One of the players of the game, Lewis Orford, getting the final kick. But it was Josh Ajala's second half goal. That means West Ham get all 3 points in their third match week of the Premier League 2. Norwich disappointed. Norwich just quite slow when it mattered, when it counted. They got the ball forward in good times. They looked to counter West Ham, especially in that first half. Kind of laid off it in the second, but that's down to Mark Robson and his side's tactics of being able to shut out the Norwich pressure and threat that they pose on the transition. Wasn't their most convincing or glamorous, but West Ham got the job done. And it's Josh Ajala, their top scorer, who's now made it 3 goals in 3 Premier League 2 games. He's enjoying life at this West Ham under-21s level. He could have almost got a brace at the right depth of that game as well. Sprinting up against Anson, the Norwich goalkeeper, but it was the Norwich shot stopper that just got there first before Ajala had a chance to net in 2 this evening. Of course, as the table stands following that result, of course, Arsenal 4-1 up at the moment in their game against Aston Villa. They're flying at home. West Ham just beneath them, and then Forest just beneath West Ham. The only 3 teams at the moment on 9 out of 9. And this was the goal that made it 9 points out of 9 for West Ham. Swire just keeping it alive, and Ajala, brilliant touch with the side of his right foot. Let's have a look at that again. Swire, there when it mattered, that left foot touch. Nimble as you like from Ajala, picked it up with his left, struck it with his left, put his side 1-0 up. He'll be leaving the pitch a happy man. And that is the end of the action for West Ham's under-21s. It's Josh Ajala that gets the winning goal, and it finishes here. West Ham United 1, Norwich 0.
Pretty bubbled in, yeah. They fly, go high.
Remember the glory. From the Academy of Football to the champions of Europe, where our players became giants of the game and changed it forever, wearing our famous claret and blue. 60 years on, we wear the pride, we wear the passion, we wear the history, whilst making our own. Wear the greatness.
Right, you lot, today's a big day, because we know West Ham United is all about putting in the hard work, grafting for the bag.
Yes, let's have it!
And you've worked hard. Early starts, late finishes. Oh, I've seen it. Science, selfless graft. We're not just cooking on the pitch. We're cooking off it too. And you do it all on your own, don't you? Well, not anymore. It's not just about the badge on your shirt. It's about what you wear on your sleeve and what that represents. Because this club don't exist without you. You pillars of the community. You champions of industry. You beautiful business owners. Now get out there and show me what you've got.
Our London. Real London. Nobody stays a stranger. The Bow Bells, our London calling. More than just a place, the Cockney cool heard far and wide. Graft and dedication, together for the ride. Born here, raised or made here, this is home. Our differences unite us, wherever we may roam. Our spirit strong, our pride runs deep. In our London, it's our dreams we keep. Through highs and lows, we rise and shine. Beyond these streets, the Bow Bells chime.
West Ham United legend Jimmy Walker has got himself in a spot of bother.
Hello, Claret. Car Insurance, how can we help?
Company motor's broken down. It's match day.
I know just the company for the job.
NWVA. The fastest, most efficient, cost-effective vehicle assistance company in the UK. Right, Jimmy, let's get into this game, eh?
Nice one, Tom.
NWVA are proud partners of West Ham United.